Having lots of money and flexing jewelry is the staple of being a rapper. Rappers often flex jewelry as a way to display their wealth and success to their fans and their peers. Many rappers, especially those from rough backgrounds, the acquisition of expensive jewelry is seen as a symbol of having made it in the music industry and achieving financial success. Some notable rappers who are known for flexing jewelry include Lil Wayne, who is known for his love of diamonds and often wears extravagant chains and bracelets. Kanye West is known for his collection of high-end watches and diamond-encrusted jewelry, and even Jay-Z, who's been seen wearing some of the most expensive jewelry in the world, including custom-made diamond watch worth over $5 million. In this video, we'll break down rappers that actually been robbed. Xxxtentacion, whose real name was Josiah Dwayne Ricardo Omfrey, was a rapper who was tragically killed in 2018 at the age of 20. Prior to the shooting, Xxxtentacion had visited a motorcycle dealership in Deerfield Beach, Florida, where he was shopping for a brand new bike. According to witnesses, he had left the dealership and was sitting in his car when two masked men approached him and began arguing with him through the open window. It is unclear what the argument was actually about, but at some point one of the men pulled out a gun and shot Xxxtentacion multiple times. The two men then fled the scene in an SUV, taking the rapper's Louis Vuitton bag with them. After the shooting, Xxxtentacion was found slumped over in his car and was rushed to a nearby hospital, where he was pronounced dead. The news of the death sent shockwaves through the music industry and his fans around the world, many of whom mourned his loss and celebrated his life in music in the months following his death. Xxxtentacion was known for his unique style of music that blended elements of hip-hop, R&B, and rock, and his emotionally raw lyrics that dealt with topics like depression, anxiety, and suicide. Lil Wayne, whose real name is Dwayne Michael Carter Jr., was robbed at gunpoint in 2007 while he was in Atlanta. The incident occurred on July 7, 2007, when Lil Wayne was staying at the hotel in Atlanta. According to reports, a group of men entered Lil Wayne's hotel room with guns and demanded money, jewelry from him and his entourage. Lil Wayne complied with the demands and gave them an undisclosed amount of cash and several pieces of jewelry. Leading up to the robbery, Lil Wayne was in Atlanta to perform at a concert with other hip-hop artists. He and his entourage were staying at a luxury hotel in the city. After the concert, they returned to the hotel to rest. It is unclear how the robbers were able to enter Lil Wayne's hotel room, but reports suggest that they may have been able to gain access with the help of someone who had inside knowledge of the hotel room's security protocols. After the robbery, Lil Wayne and his entourage were shaken, but they were unharmed. They reported the incident to the hotel staff and to the police, who launched an investigation into the matter. While Lil Wayne has never publicly commented on the robbery, it's clear that the incident had a profound impact on him and his career. In the years that followed, he continued to produce successful albums and collaborate with other artists. It also became more private and protective of his personal life. Young Buck, whose real name is David Donnell Brown, was robbed at gunpoint in his home in 2019. The incident occurred on August 20th, 2019, when Young Buck was at his home in Nashville, Tennessee. According to reports, several men entered the Young Buck's home and held him and his girlfriend at gunpoint. While they ransacked the whole house, the robbers stole several items, including jewelry, electronics, and cash, before fleeing the scene. Leading up to the robbery, there were several rumors and reports of tension and conflicts between Young Buck and other members of the hip-hop community. In particular, there were reports of a feud between Young Buck and fellow rapper 50 Cent, who had previously been a mentor to Young Buck and a member of his group G-Unit. Some reports suggest the robbery may have been related to his feud, while others speculated that it may have just been a random act of violence. However, the exact motive and circumstances surrounding the robbery still remain pretty unclear. After the incident, Young Buck and his girlfriend reported to be shaken but unharmed. They reported the robbery to the police, who launched an investigation on the matter. However, no arrests were made in connection with the robbery, and the case still remains unsolved even to this day. The incident was a dramatic experience for Young Buck, who has spoken publicly about the impact it had on him and his family. He has also continued to make music and collaborate with other artists, but has also faced personal and legal challenges in recent years, including financial struggles and legal disputes with his former label, G-Unit. Despite the trauma of the robbery, Young Buck has continued to make music and collaborate with other artists. He's been open about his struggles with addiction and mental health, and has worked to raise awareness with these issues in the whole hip-hop community. YBN Almighty Jay, whose real name is Jay Bradley, was beaten and robbed in New York City in 2019. The incident occurred on March 9th, 2019, when YBN Almighty Jay was walking down the street in Manhattan with a group of friends. According to reports, a group of men approached YBN Almighty Jay and his friends and began to attack them. YBN Almighty Jay was beaten and kicked repeatedly. His attacker stole his chain and wallet before fleeing the scene. Leading up to the attack, YBN Almighty Jay was involved in several feuds and conflicts with other hip-hop artists and even groups. In particular, there were reports of tensions between YBN Almighty Jay and another up-and-coming rapper of the time, Xxxtentacion, who had been feuding on social media and their music for about several months. In addition to the feud with Xxxtentacion, there were also reports and tensions between YBN Almighty Jay and other hip-hop artists and groups in New York City. Following the attack, Almighty Jay was hospitalized and treated for his injuries, which included a broken face and other injuries to his head and body. He also took to social media to speak out about the attack and express his gratitude for the support of his fans and fellow artists in the hip-hop community. Man, yeah, I just wanted to try out this type of video where I'm just talking about all the different, rappers that are robbed. And, in the hip-hop community, you always want to just flex your chains, because you don't always come from the best opportunities and stuff like that. So once you make it, you want to flex and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Like, definitely if I was a rapper, I'd definitely be flexing some jewelry. But I think one thing you guys should definitely realize is just, have security with you. I mean, specifically for the Lil Wayne situation, like, I know Lil Wayne most likely always has security. For that situation, I just think it was probably like an inside job. Like, how else do they get into the hotel room? Do you think someone pulled up to the hotel, paid the staff at the hotel some money to go up to Lil Wayne's room? But then again, Lil Wayne makes so much money that's just like super corrupt. And for the Xxxtentacion situation, unfortunately, he should have had security on him. But if you really go in depth on why Xxxtentacion was going to go buy a bike with no security, he thought it would just be a really quick transaction, buy a bike, and then just kind of joyride and get his thoughts through. And Almighty Jay, he's not the smartest of all people, deciding to beef with people from New York and then chilling in New York with no security. I mean, it's not like he's big enough to have security anyways. But anyways, this is kind of like my thoughts on the situation. And not to mention Young Buck, I respect that he's, like preaching mental health for different upcoming artists and stuff like that. But anyways, let me know in the comments what you guys think about this video. Like this video, subscribe, and thank you for watching. Peace.